However, if you are ill prepared, no amount of calming yourself down would assuage your fears because you're not prepared. So preparedness is probably the number one thing that you should have. So assuming you are prepared, but you still have these bouts of anxiety, you feel like you are not good enough. There's always that imposter syndrome that also comes. Let's not forget about that. There's some things I let my clients do all the time. People who come presenting with anxiety-related issues. You could do the grounding technique, right? And the grounding technique, anytime you're anxious or you're super stressed, it triggers amyg- your amygdala, which is responsible for fight or flight. But we don't want the amygdala to be triggered in that instance. We want our prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for abstract thinking and attention and conscious processes. We want to trigger that instead. So we do our grounding techniques. Before you enter your course room or during your preparation, this is how to ground yourself. First, take your mind to a place where you find comfortable. No matter how short the time you have is, it's something you need to do to calm your nervous system. So take your mind to a very comfortable place, and then even if you're using a surrounding, if you are too stressed to think too far, use a surrounding. What are 5 things you can see? This technique is called the 5 4 3 2 1 grounding exercise. So what are 5 things you can see? If you can see a chair, you can see a pen, you can see your leg. Just take conscious notice of 5 things you can see. And then what are 4 things you can feel or touch? Even if you can touch yourself, you can touch the desk, you can touch the floor. You mention those 4 things you can touch. And then 3 things you can hear. So inside your ear, the auditory perception you are experiencing. If you can hear the voice of someone, you can hear the voice of cars on the road, the voice of a motorbike. 3 things. And don't go beyond the numbers. So if it's 5 things you can see, just notice only 5 things. If it's 4 things you can touch, just 4 things. 3 things you can hear, notice just those 3 things. Then we come to 2 things you can smell. So whatever smell or scent you can perceive in your nose, whether it's from food, whether it's from gum, someone's perfume, just notice only 2 things. And then the last one is one thing you can taste in your mouth. So you can run your tongue along the roof of your mouth or within your mouth to see whether you can taste something. If you've eaten wachi or whatever, you should be able to taste something in your mouth. In doing this technique, the 5 4 3 2 1, it gets difficult and it requires more concentration as you move along, because for seeing you can just see a bunch of things. So you confining yourself to the specific numbers helps you to know what to pay close attention to.